into the, you are now tuned into the Fraudcast.
Happy Labor Day, everyone. Greetings and salutations. It is Monday. It's Labor Day, the holiday of my people. I do labor law, y'all.
I'm like, what?
What? Yeah, that's kind of live practice. I would just like to start with this quote from Hanakawa, dated September 5th, 2022. I'm quoting this. This was on over text. Referencing 90 Day Fiance UK. I'm trying, but watching this bitch praise God with a flag is hurting my soul. And that right there is why we love 90 Day UK, you guys. Oh my God.
I can't. Like, they're probably, I can only talk about them. Like, everyone else in the episode was fucking stupid. I don't care.
Well, okay, so let's start with them. This is Pat and Sam, aka the UK Jenny and Sumit.
No, she's don't insult this woman. She's smarter than Jenny.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
I don't know. Like,
she believes this guy loves her, and all he's saying,
whine about it though.
And he's saying, I just want her money, basically. I mean,
and she's like, I'm old enough. You're not gonna have it soon.
But her own kids are like, what? Okay, so I'm going to try something a little different for you guys this time, and you have to bear with me because, okay, so I want to try to recap a little bit more for you of the episode, and the reason why I'm doing this is because because we're doing UK, and UK is on Discovery Plus, so not everybody can really watch it. So like, at least try to give you guys a recap. So if you haven't actually seen the episode, you kind of know what we're talking about here. But remember, we're not recappers. There's a reason we're not a quote unquote recap podcast, because I'm not very good at this. So Pat and Sam. Now this is like, I think the first episode we are introduced to her. We're talking about age is just a number. Episode 7. I think we're going to throw some 6 in there because I don't think we really talked about it much last time. But
yeah, I mean,
we'll catch up. We'll catch you up on everything. So Pat and Sam. Pat is this woman from Merseyside in the UK, and she is 68 years old, and she is in love with Sam, who's from Pakistan and is 28 years old. And they met on Facebook. A shock. Like, so this is Jenny and Sumit round 2. Okay. And except for that, these two are both Christians. Apparently that was one of the things that drew them together. He friend requested her on Facebook, and then he started calling her, and then they fell in love. And now it's like 2 years later or a year later, and he's going to come out and visit them. Now, they are both nurses in their respective countries, and they're both Christian, very Christian, apparently. She's like, we are not going to have sex until we're married because we're Christian and we believe in that. Never mind, she's been married like twice before and has 2 kids. But okay. And so they were chatting to the phone, and he has seen pictures of her. He knows what she looks like. And in this episode, we see each of them in their respective countries sort of preparing for this next step. We see Sam talking to his brother and saying, hey, I've got this right. Because just like Sumit, he told his family that this was just a friend. And so now he's admitting to his brother that he is, in his heart is soft for her. Which I thought was I was
like, do you mean your dick?
Your dick is soft.
Or is that synonymous for your heart?
Oh God. So yeah, they he tells his brother that he's in love with this woman, Pat. He thinks, but he's gonna go visit her and see what's up. And brother's like, she's old, man. And
he's
no
like,
children.
you know what? Old chickens make some good soup. Good soup. That's what he's thinking. He's all right.
Well, he admits to brother that he's just He's not sure if he wants to marry her. And excuse me. He's not sure that he wants to marry her and that he's not promised her any kind of marriage. And that's kind of opposite of what she has said. Like she's fully intending him to propose to her. So we have a disconnect. Who is he lying to? Is he lying to brother or is he lying to Pat?
I think he's lying to his brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
He doesn't want to admit how bad he wants to bang this MILF. And it's probably just like, oh, yeah.
And keep getting money from her because that's what he has said, is that she said that she will take care of him. And so he's going to let her take care of him.
I would.
And on
you're
her end,
you're gonna send me a ticket to the UK and take care of me? Fuck, I'm on the flight.
Right. So I think that's what's happening with this guy, right? And he's gonna see if it's like he can like stomach it to like move there from Pakistan, I think. So
food. He's leaving really good food.
So that's where we leave this with them. And no,
we're not talking about her praising God in the fucking park.
No, I totally forgot about that. I forgot about her praising God.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't care, but it was just like TLC finds a way to make someone who started off looking sane look absolutely fucking crazy. And like it was just the way she's like, I was half paying attention, then I had to like give
Wait, what?
I heard I like to praise God with my body. I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute. What? And then I look over and she's like doing flag exercises in the park. And I'm like,
she looks like she's trying out for color guard.
Yes,
right.
Like,
she's got these like color guard flag type things, and she's out dancing in a field.
But I'm like, whatever keeps her active and happy and wholesome. That's great. I just was like, wow.
Yeah, that's how she connects to God, you guys. That's what she said. This is her expressing her Christianity and spirituality. Which
what I want is for them both to do it.
Oh,
I want him to work for his cash. And it's not even about the sex. I want him to go and twirl flags in the park.
Oh, please, 90 Day Gods, let us see that.
That's your assignment. That's his assignment. Come on. I need it. But yeah.
And then so that's how she talks about that. And then we also have her meeting with her good friend Jill, where she tells Jill about Sam and their relationship and that she's going to fly him over from Pakistan.
And the age difference, which the friends seem like okay, which she's like, oh, there's an age difference. That's not bad. She's like, yeah, it's like 40 years. She's like,
what?
She's like, oh, honey.
Oh, honey, no. And then the funniest comment, one thing that makes this couple is not Jenny and Sumit in the sense that Pat says that because she starts showing some gifts that she's going to give to Mother Sam, and talking about how they've already taken her into their family, right?
She speaks kindly to him, kind of like,
and that the mother accepts her despite she's calling her mother, but this mother, Sam's mother, is actually younger than Pat.
Yeah, she's like my mother-in-law. I'm older than her.
Right? No, okay. We've had some couples where we talk about like, oh, the bride is the same age as the guy's children, and things like that. But I don't know if we had as much of a comparison in age, even with Jenny and Smith, like to Jenny's
Jenny
age
was still younger, I think.
Yeah.
I think she's still younger.
Yeah.
I don't think that made a difference for the mother, but like, are we going to have the same issue with his mother? It seems not. Mm-hmm. It seems like she knows the age, she knows the situation.
And they're all supportive of their son getting taken care of and going to the UK.
Well, that means they don't have to do it anymore.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Goodbye.
It's like that guy, what's his name? Johan from Caribbean. His family was all, go US, go US.
Seriously, get the fuck out of here.
That was their goal. Get him out of the country and get him to the US. Here, they won't get him to the UK. That's fine. So we haven't seen them together yet. We've just done but before the 24 hours before segment.
What I'm noticing though is that they're not just coming over to the UK. They all kind of seem to have well, not all, I won't say all. Most of them seem to have a purpose. Like, him being, shoot, I'm losing my people. Probably not them specifically, but their job professions actually transfer.
Right.
And that's how they're getting them over.
A lot of Richard and
like the nurses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. They usually, I feel like they don't usually focus on what the foreign person's job.
Yeah, and they talk about it with this one because they're both nurses, or she's retired anyway.
Right,
right. They have that in common, and he works. He said he works in the ICU.
Right.
More power to him, because we don't often see these young guys with actual jobs.
Well, it's one of those things, and I don't know how the UK works, but it's just like, if he wanted to go to the UK on his own, would it be that difficult since they're making it seem like they're on the hook for them, and I don't know if that's really true here.
Right. Well, I think what we're going to see some more with Richard and Kathleen, she's going to come over on a work visa because she's going to go to work for the National Health Service. We see in a preview or something. So that might not be like fiance or whatever type of visa that they have. You know what I mean? And this might be another case of that, but I don't know. They don't know that they've given us much on them yet, because they just introduced them this week. So I don't know that.
Yeah, it was a good introduction. It was well worth the wait.
Yes.
I'm so glad that they were able to dedicate so much time to this, because every episode we talk, I was like, Pat and Sam.
Yes.
Didn't we see them, or am I just hallucinating?
Yes. So this is going to be fascinating to see how it plays out. And you guys, the reviews are in from everyone is that just about everybody is loving the UK edition far more than any of it. And I don't know anyone.
It doesn't have enough seasons yet to be fucked up.
Yeah, not yet.
They actually have a good stock of nutty people in the UK
with genuine stories.
Yeah, with genuine stories. So it hasn't had to be faked yet.
Not yet. Yeah. And I don't know who anybody covering Happily Ever After, although that is airing right now.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, I have some tea about single life. I'll get to.
Okay.
Don't let me forget. Okay. So moving on from them.
Callum and Marvin.
Okay. Callum and Marvin. Let me look at their pictures. Okay. Callum and Marvin.
Marvin is from and I cannot say it.
Seychelles.
Yeah.
And Callum is from Scotland.
Yes.
And these two met on a international Tinder type or Grindr or whatever, something similar.
International Grindr.
International Grindr. So I guess I mean, I'm assuming pictures of assholes translate across.
Oh yes, they do.
I don't think you need a translator device.
Assholes and leathers and bears. Oh my, yes. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter where you are.
Right. It all means the same thing.
Naked is naked. Mm-hmm. I feel I get a weird vibe from these two, and I don't know what it is.
Okay, so these two have been talking for a year, maybe, I want to say. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. And he's Marvin is flying to Scotland. And so this episode, we see Marvin landing and them, getting together and being happy. And they seem pretty genuine. Of course, the storyline with this is, is he just want me for a UK passport type of thing? Because Seychelles, he, being gay was illegal up until just 2016. And obviously you can't have gay marriage there. And it's just harder to be an out gay person there. So,
right. So that's another good reason to, go somewhere else where you can be accepted a little bit better.
Right. Right.
But I don't I have to say this tactfully. I don't think that Marvin has enough gears to plot something like that.
Okay.
I think he genuinely likes Callum.
and that he's a little touched in the head, a little bit. A little bit touched. Just I
don't know. Maybe just
kind of like a Caesar.
Little experience. Like it just seems like he's not experienced in the world a little bit.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know, like he's not dumb. I don't think there's any mental handicap. Mm-hmm. But it just came off as just like he, when they're talking to their friend, and of course the friend's annoying as fuck. Anyways, with her 21 stupid questions. He's just like glossed over staring at her. And I wonder if he was thinking the same thing, like, is this bitch for real? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe his
the whole time at dinner, he was just like,
he was just thinking of stuff. I'm like, where are you? Because you are not at the dinner.
The lights are on but nobody's home.
He has the lights on, but he has rented out the space for that dinner because he is
an
not
empty loft currently.
No, so that could, I don't know, maybe that's it. I mean, if I was listening to her, I probably would have checked out too. But like, he was just like, so,
and they're talking about marriage and kids and this and that. And of course, the friend of Callum is all, it's a little fast for all that, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, Callum says one of the things that drives me nuts about the show is, well, it's my life. And I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. It's like, we know that. Nobody's trying to say.
It's my life. I'm going to do what I want to do. But I just want to bring you in and tell you this because I really want your opinion. Because
I just want, like, but, what? I don't. I have no idea. Can you tote it, but you just need an egg? Or maybe you have all the eggs. Do you even know what your ovarian reserve is? Did you know that 1 out of 6 couples struggle with infertility? Seriously, that's a staggering statistic that most people don't know or aren't ready to talk about. But we need good data and information about our bodies in order to have informed conversations with our doctors and make the best decisions for ourselves and our futures. What if I told you that you could get important fertility insight without going to the doctor or even leaving home? The traditional guidance with fertility has been just wait and see. I know, I've been through it myself. There's got to be a better way. But now we have tools to help us plan for and track everything in our lives. Wellness, finances, careers, school. Why is fertility still just wait and see? That's why Modern Fertility was created. It's an easy and affordable way to test your fertility hormones at home with a simple finger prick. Mail it in with a prepaid label and you'll get your personalized results within 10 days. You'll get insight into your hormone levels, your ovarian reserve, aka how many eggs you have compared to other women your age, like can you tote your own egg or do you need somebody else's egg, and other really important fertility factors. The results go deep into what every hormone means, and you can also download the results to review with your doctor for the next steps. Traditional testing can cost over $1,000, but Modern Fertility gets you the same information at a fraction of the price. If you go to modernfertility.com/fraudcast, you can get $20 off your test. Also, if you have an HSA or FSA, you can put those dollars towards Modern Fertility, which is great. If you want kids today or maybe one day in the future, clinically sound information about your body now can help you make the right decision that's right for you. Right now, Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/fraudcast. That means your test will cost $179 instead of the hundreds or thousands it could cost at a doctor's office. Get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/fraudcast. That's modernfertility.com/fraudcast. Hey, Fraudcasters, are you one of the 30 million women that are impacted by weakened or thinning hair? If you're among them, know that you're not alone and that there is a solution that you can trust to deliver results. Thousands of women have taken back control of their hair with Nutrafol, with many users raving that the supplement not only transformed their hair, but restored their confidence too. Nutrafol offers 2 targeted formulas for women that are clinically shown to improve hair growth and thickness with less shedding through all stages of life. Healthier hair growth takes time. You'll begin to experience thicker, stronger, faster growing hair in 3 to 6 months. And in a clinical study, 86%, that's 86% of women reported improved hair growth after 6 months. More than 1,500 top doctors recommended Nutrafol as an effective and high-quality solution for healthier hair. Nutrafol is physician formulated to be 100% drug-free. They use medical-grade botanicals in consistently effective dosages so you get the most reliable results. Visit Nutrafol.com and take their hair wellness quiz for personalized product recommendations that are unique to your hair's needs. Personally, I take the balanced formula, and as I've been growing my hair back out after I shaved it off a few years ago, so it's been really fantastic for that. You can grow thicker and healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code Fraudcast to save $15 off your first month subscription. This is the best offer anywhere and is only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus, free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code Fraudcast. The most of this episode was taken up with Callum and his friend talking, and then we got Marvin landing, and then the three of them at dinner. And the question is, is Marvin serious about him, or does he just want to, UK passport? So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at with them. Not much else has happened. We didn't get any Emma and Hossein on this last episode, but the one right before it we did.
Was there anything to highlight from that?
Yes. Okay. So the thing that happened that I was like, what? I had to stop and rewind this several times to see what it was. But she is saying that they got in a fight right before he was supposed to fly, or they were both supposed to fly because they're going to go to Turkey and they're going to get married and they're going to bone, apparently, is their plan. And as a reminder, Emma is in the UK. Hossein is a 33-year-old from Iran, and he's just, a young bodybuilder, Instagram model type thing. So we've seen this story before. And so she was saying that they got in a fight right before they're supposed to fly together, and that he told her he didn't like her and that she was ugly and old and fat. So she told him he had a small dick. Although I think she said cock. I told him he had a small cock. And then, and by the way, Instagram flagged my post for that because she said it in the audio. They flagged my post. So that's how we ended it with them, was that they had gotten in this fight and like blocked each other or something. And she's like, well, if he doesn't call me in the next 2 days before we're supposed to go to Turkey to get married, well, there just might not be a wedding, which is like the saddest thing in the world. Like, if he unblocks me, if he doesn't unblock me, there might not be a wedding. Like, are we 12?
Yeah.
So we don't know any more details about that. Like, that's all we got to see with them. So we don't know what transpired, what happened, what triggered the fight, that he said all these things. And I'm going to be curious as to what happens, because we know he's just a Tunisian love rat. Like, that's what he is. So look that up, TunisianLoveRat.com. It's a thing. And so he just was trying to use her for a UK passport. So maybe he couldn't put up with her anymore. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Don't know.
No.
Okay. So that's all we got with them. And that was really more of the previous episode. Richard and Kathleen, or as I like to call them, Kathleen and her dick. So we have Richard from the UK, who's over in the Philippines with her because she turned down for her visa or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was going there to see her and to cheer her up and all this stuff. So he goes over there. We have remnants of Big Pred because he has to buy a whole new bed. You know, we had sheets before. Now we have, you know, Richard can't sleep on the mattress on the floor. He has to buy a whole bed for the family so that he can be pampered in while he's in the Philippines.
Well, I mean, at least he's leaving it there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big step up from Ed, who just suffered and said, "Let's get the fuck out of here and let's go to a nice posh hotel and forget about your family
your here and all
that."
Yeah,
like he actually added value to their house and left it there.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, and so the thing that's interesting about them is because, you know, they're trying very hard to show Richard's asshole side, right? His like misogynist asshole side, but then it's
really hard to see it when he's talking with his dad though, right?
Right. You know, because then you see him where he's like, you know, dad was originally concerned I was a sex tourist, and that's understandable. But I think, you know, hopefully in the last, 4 years that we've been together and that I came over here specifically for her, not to just like be a sex tourist, you know, and I'm here for her. And, you know, we've been together this long and all this stuff. And I would move to the Philippines, except that I have my son back in UK. And, you know, I hope that that's all made me, you know, redeemable. And, you know, and he talks about, you know, his all.
So yeah, we've heard that bullshit before.
His stupid misogynist stuff. But then, I don't know, like he shows glimpses of humanity. Like, okay, he's not a complete douchebag. I mean, I still wouldn't date the guy, but, you know, they seem to be okay with it, you know, and he's not, you know, he seems to like genuinely love her and want to make her life better and her family's life better. Or am I just sucked into it?
I think like he genuinely came there for her and not to fuck around. I think with him, honestly, he's the kind of guy that would literally say, I wouldn't spend that much money just to get some part-time pussy. Yeah. Like he would literally just go to the Philippines and, you know, smash and dash.
Right.
Instead of actually trying to, I don't know, meet the parents of some girl he's trying to get with. Like, that's just too much effort. Yeah. Which is why I'm not going to say I like the guy. I think he's a dick, but
yeah. Hence his name, Richard.
I think he's a dick actually trying to make something. I don't know. I don't
That's why like there's these glimpses and it's very confusing.
We'll have to see more. We'll have to see how he behaves when she gets over there, because we know she's going to get over there somehow, some magic way.
Right.
There'll be this last minute like turnaround. Right. Oh my God! All of a sudden it got approved because you went and showed your Richard to the, you know.
Right. Let's talk about Sean and Christine. Now, this is the couple who has the baby. You know, they've been together for like 7-9 years. I don't know, forever. They've got a 3-year-old son. She finally just came over here. But he apparently hasn't told her, like his job was, he was like the head of cleaning at a restaurant. And then he's since quit that job because it was too stressful. He had to step down from it because there was so much stress involved. Now, one of his big stressors in life is the fact that he doesn't have any money. Now, that's a stressor. So let's, you know, alleviate stress by quitting the one source of income that you do have. And now you have no income. So now your stress is higher. That didn't work out so well.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh that his job was cleaning.
I know. No, he was the head of cleaning. But, you know, his friend, you know, his boss and friend and mentor that he sat down with at the pub a few times with that mouth hole situation that rivals anything we've seen on Love After Lockup. Like this guy has like 3 teeth total in his head. Yeah. I mean, sorry guys, it's true. I mean, look at this guy. This episode, we saw them 3 together. The 3 of them were at a bar, looks like the same bar. And I can't remember this guy's name, but the friend, Sean's friend, is grilling Christine about whether or not the baby is actually Sean's. And Christine's all pissed off to hell. And she rambles off like she lets him have it, I would say. Mm-hmm. And Sean comes back and is like, oh, why are they not getting along? And then he gets all mad at the friend as well, which, you know, it's nice to see what I like about this couple is I like to see how in love like Sean is genuinely in love with Christine, and it looks like she's genuinely in love with him too. They have this baby, and like they genuinely want a life together. And I think that that's refreshing. You see him attack his friend for having attacked his wife or soon to be wife, right?
But you don't see 90 Day cast members ever do. They usually
exactly. That's my point.
And fucking take it. Like, oh yeah, I guess she's the one.
Yeah. They never show them taking the fiance side or anything like that. And so it's refreshing to see, because this is genuinely what would happen. You know what I mean? They're not acting. It doesn't appear.
Oh, sorry. I'm still recovering from him. I forgot that he was a cleaning manager, but had I don't know if people understand why I'm laughing, and maybe they do. It's just the condition of his house, and they're like, "You're a cleaning manager." I'm like, wait a minute.
Right. Condition of his house, and that he doesn't clean his dishes. He just puts them dirty.
Maybe that's why he quit. It was too stressful. I get it. I know.
Perhaps he wasn't doing a good job. I don't know. So that's one of the issues they have, is he's very messy. So she puts up a sign saying, if you want boom boom, you have to clean up.
You got to work for it.
And I just thought that was the best thing, because hearing boom boom used on TV hasn't happened since, David and Nanny were on.
He's like, you want boom boom, you need to vacuum.
Right. And I think it's, hey, she knows what's going to work on her man, right? Like she knows what's going to motivate him. Shit,
or at least crawl around and make him like work for it. I don't know.
put a stiletto on and put it on the back.
I have visions in my head that I need to wash out. I need to wash out, because
a stiletto and a whip, and he's on his hands. Too much
internet for me. Can't.
All right, Annika, that's enough internet for you today.
Fucking enough. Who else do we have?
So what we're going to see with them, Sean and Christine, is apparently he's going to come clean to her about how he doesn't have any money whatsoever. We didn't see Brady and host. We didn't see Victoria and Sean, although we did see a preview where they're at an airport and she's saying he's getting detained. They took his passport because they're saying he overstayed his UK visa.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see when we get there.
We'll see. But we saw Katie and Alejandro get engaged this episode.
I know. And he decided to actually go to the UK.
Yes. So that is really cute. So this is like another genuine couple. We've already seen him go to the UK and visit. And now this episode, we've been seeing her go to Mexico and visit. And the storyline was they had to decide where they were going to live. And they said, by all accounts, it makes more sense to go to UK because she does have a job there and it's a good job, good paying job. And, it would be better to balance it. I love this couple. I think they're adorable. She lives with her grandmother back in, in England, and they're just adorable. And she's trying really hard to learn Spanish, to communicate with his family about the potato that wasn't a potato. It's actually a grapefruit.
Oh my God.
They really like her, and it's adorable. And she's like bitching and complaining. So this proposal, okay, is really cute. He takes her on his hike and she's like, what? I'm not, this is okay. So she goes on this hike and it's cold and it's rainy. And so she's uncomfortable and she hates every minute of it. She's like, why the fuck is he taking me here? Like, what's happening? And then when you get to the waterfall, she's like, oh, it's so beautiful. And da, 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 da. And then he proposes and everybody cries and it's beautiful and it's happy. And they go back and they Zoom with her grandma and tell her, and then they go and tell his parents, and they're very happy, although they're going to miss him because he is going to go to the UK.
I mean,
so it's a very heartwarming story. So that's where we are with them. That's it. That's all we have with them. But they're so cute. Like, they're so genuine and they're so cute. And I love them together. Like, that's it. There's like nothing else I can say. You know what I mean?
That's it. Like I said, the episode's like main focus was on the madness of Pat and Sam.
Yes.
And then they squeezed a whole bunch of sane into it so that you could recover just a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, I think it was a good episode. Actually, it was like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But you're right. The bulk of this was Pat and Sam, aka the 90 Day UK version of Jenny and Sumit.
Before we move on to your tea,
Oh yes, my tea.
This is like one of those stupid like questions that people are like, what? Why are the UK people more sane than our US people?
I think it's because they are they're not as Instagram hungry, fame hungry as the US people are, because at this point, like the first couple of seasons of 90 Day were like this
regular people, right?
Regular people with regular problems. And then they got crazy people with regular problems. And then they got crazy people with made up manufactured problems. And then it's just made up people. Everything is just, it might as well be a scripted show. And they're not there with.
They're not there yet. Yeah. I mean, Pat and Sam are the nuttiest, I would say. And maybe,
so far, yeah.
Maybe Victoria and Sean, just because I think he's a dingbat. But I don't know, everything else looks normal. It looks like we're looking at like the second season of, I'm not even gonna say a second season, maybe the first season of 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah,
for sure. But I don't know. None of them like strike me as like, oh, he's, we're gonna be seeing them advertising for, some
for Boombod
or some stupid bullshit.
Hey, Fraudcasters. Fall is just around the corner. As the seasons change, now is the perfect time to reset and think about the little changes that you can make in your daily routine to better your health. Care Of is a subscription service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your door every month. You take a short, fun, in-depth quiz about your lifestyle and health goals, and you get a personalized recommendation. You can choose from their recommendations about what they think is best suited for you, or just take the guesswork completely out of it and just use the results of the quiz. They get shipped to you in these individualized little packs with your name on them that have all your daily vitamins in that one pack, but you don't have to stress about the planet because they are made of plant-based compostable film. So you're doing a good thing, but you still get the individualized packs. And each shipment comes with a customized booklet showing you exactly what was in your individual pack and why it was recommended specifically for you and your health goals. For 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code Fraudcast50. That's 50% off your first Care Of order. You go to takecareof, spelled TAKECAREOF.com, and enter code Fraudcast50.
All right, on to your tea.
Okay, so my tea, and then I have something else I want to share because I think it's hilarious. Okay, so my tea, it's kind of boring. It's not super exciting, but it's on Single Life, which is airing right now. I am told that the Caesar storyline is completely fake.
Of course it is.
What? Of course it is.
Of course it is.
The garage fight with Debbie and Colt is going to be edited to make it look like Colt is the villain, but that's not accurate. The person actually, and I quote, says, "I've never seen verbal emotional abuse like Debbie did to Colt during that fight. It was actually uncomfortable to watch." Exact quote. So I don't watch Single Life right now, so I don't know what fight in the garage is actually being spoken about, but know that whatever they do air behind the scenes is actually Debbie being uncomfortably mean.
A lot of people have been talking about Debbie being mainly the abuser, and I don't have enough information, facts, or anything about that. But
I've been saying since the first season she was on, which is season 6, aka the season where everything changed. I've been saying since that season, she's as much of a gaslighter as Colt is.
I think they both probably charged off each other, but like, I we gave him a lot of flack, and I'm not saying he's a good person. I don't like him.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. But I think that she probably is the type of parent or mom that has guilted him into staying home for so long. And guilted him to be as stunted as he is.
Right.
socially and relationship wise. Because she didn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
You saw it with Larissa, which is kind of like, oh, you're in our bubble. And I can't compete with him being able to fuck you, So I gotta make it difficult for everything else. I don't know. I feel like she was more welcoming to some malleable person because she's just I don't know. I get that vibe.
Okay.
I've dealt with that person as a not a mother-in-law, a boyfriend's mother who was like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, my anal assist.
The other thing I want to share with you guys is something that I received in my DMs on Instagram recently. I posted this on my Instagram because I thought it was hilarious. But this person says to me, and this is for those of you guys watching Happily Ever After or who have ever watched a season with us men. Okay. I'll say this about us men. His ability to say the shit he does with a straight face is phenomenal. I have zero issues with him. His inauthenticity is so obvious, it creates a whole new definition of transparency. We know he's lying and he knows he's lying. We know he's lying and he knows we know he's lying. It creates this multiverse of honesty. Now, keep in mind, I'm high out of my mind, but I think Usman is the singular unifying theory of 90 Day Fiance. And there we have it, straight from my DMs, you guys. Keep it coming. I love it. I love that shit. And I think that's it. That's all we have on 90 Day this week. I don't think there's even any other external tea. What's her name? Eve got arrested. Eve got arrested. Eva Muhammad. She got arrested for domestic battery or something.
Oh yeah.
If you want details, go to Sarcasm. They have all of the details.
Do you know what the deal with? Oh my God, with Rebecca and Ziad?
They were in. Last I checked, I haven't checked today, so I don't know. But they were in Tunisia apparently for a long time. I think it's her goodbye to Tunisia said thanks for a great 5 months. So they were there for a long time. And then something happened on the way back where they were supposed to be leaving Tunisia with they have a connection in Canada before they fly into Atlanta. Okay. And Canada was requiring that Ziad had a Canadian visa to come through just for that 6 hour layover. And they couldn't get it sorted out. She needed to get back because of, work and this and that and the other thing. And he apparently was going to take a while to get that sorted out. So last I saw, she was going to be leaving Tunisia without him. I haven't checked today, so I don't know what today's update is. But it looks like she flew back without him and he's got to stay there and figure it out. I don't know what they're doing.
He has a visa
for the United States.
So he goes back to Tunisia and then I'm assuming gets a flight here.
Well, yeah, but as long as it can fly direct, I guess, because the problem was they had this connection in Canada and he can't go to Canada. They're saying, no, you can't, even for a connection, a layover, you can't come here.
That's so crazy. There has to be I don't know, a way around it. There has to be
something. So that's what I know about that.
That's crazy. I'd seen it. I scrolled past it because I had to work, and I just thank you for filling me in.
The other thing I'm going to say, and this is really the only thing I'm going to say about this, is because Poll and Creaney, I've been getting requests for updates. And the only thing I'm going to say about that is that both children have been placed in apparently whatever, I think foster care. I don't know the exact name, whatever it is, but they've been placed in a house with other parents other than Powell and Creaney. So children are safe. That's what matters. I don't care about anything else with either of them, to be honest. So
it's so unfortunate. That's all I'll dive into.
Yeah. And I mean, and then you just see like their Instagram posts and things like this. And it's like not a care in the world that you just lost your kids because you're terrible parents. Like
either that or devil's advocate. I'll take it. It's coping. I honestly think it's coping. Like I'm not bothered by it. Things are fine. If everyone thinks things are fine, then no one's gonna,
I think you're giving them too much credit. I don't think they're smart enough for that.
I know. But there's too much credit into like saying that all the gears are up there in both of them.
Yeah, which is not the case. It's not the case.
So I've got no clue. I don't know.
I mean,
might be mentally best for everyone in that situation, even though kids in the system is never a fucking good outcome.
No, but in this case,
it might be better. Yeah. But that's where I zip my lips on that one.
Yeah, and I pretty much I get inbox stuff reference to that situation, but I ignore it because I don't care. As long as the kids are okay.
That's a whole box of bananas that.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in any of it, in either of them. So I don't read it. I don't look at it. I don't know. I don't care. Once I knew that the children were safe, that's all. I backed out, and that was it. So I think that's it. I don't think I have any other updates. I'm hoping to get some this week, but you never know. The shows are sort of picking up a little bit. So sometimes that gets people out. Although with Happily Ever After, it's the same couples we've seen for, 184 years.
If people wanted to and gave feedback that they wanted us to suffer through Happily Ever After, I would do it for them. But I'm not personally levitating towards spending the 2 hours that I have free in my week to watch that.
Right. Yeah, I had it on the other day when it debuted or whatever, and I was just taking screenshots and posting them doing and saying stupid things out of context.
Right. I should post things, but I'm like, what do people on it? What are the 90-day quote unquote bloggers posting on Instagram nowadays?
It looks like about Happily Ever After.
It looks like it's like toileted into madness.
It is. It's a complete madness shit show right now. It's like when the toilets in the jail on 60 days in like get backed up and you get a sewage like flood in the pod.
Oh my God.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening on Instagram right now. It's just a madhouse right now. There's nothing cohesive or coherent about anything that the bloggers are doing, us included.
I love it though. I love it. I'm gonna go and reconnect myself with all the blogger pages because I've been.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say the summer has been crazy and nutty for both of us, and now that's like finally like over. Hopefully, we're sort of being able to get back into sort of real, settling in and hopefully we're trying to get episodes out weekly, so not every 2 weeks, but we're doing what we can, and as we're coming back to life, or 90-day life, I guess, on this end.
No, I think the pacing is great because we're not a recap, but it allows for some stuff to kind of build up and then talk about it, because like unfortunately it's not so much delivering tea as it's so much just kind of, I don't know, chatting about it.
It is.
So so I've been doing lives or impromptu lives on my Instagram.
What?
I'm not on it. Like, don't show my gorgeous face.
I want to see your gorgeous face.
No, you don't. Mm-hmm. I hate being on fucking camera. Like,
I know you do, sweetie.
It's because I think it's camera fatigue, and anyone who works from home and has to be on a fucking Skype call for hours staring at people doing their little fidgeting bullshit. You don't want to be on camera at the end of the day. Right. And so when people are like, hey, you want to go live? I'm like, how about fucking no?
How about no?
But I will host a live for random, some of my lady friends to talk about 90 Day, because I realized recently that they are obsessed. And I'm like, when the fuck do you watch 90 Day? How are you more informed than I am? This is a problem.
That needs to be rectified. We need to get back back to our roots. We're trying, you guys. We're really trying. And yeah, but
we're good. We're good. We good. But
okay.
I think we're good.
Okay. All right. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Adios.